This is Sam from Uniondale, and you're tuning into another edition of the Sam I Analyze Show. The rumors have already started when it comes to the Knicks. We had a nail biter in Boston and more. Let's analyze. The Knicks offseason Cancun vacation started after Sunday's loss to the Pacers. And the rumors started right away. Brunson is going to want an extension. Randle is going to get an extension this year. Oh no, they're not going to be able to sign Hartenstein. They're good. They may lose OG. All of it has been going around. And Ian Begley came out today, a few hours ago, that there are two Knicks that did well, I feel, in the playoffs. Well, one in particular, who did his thing, came off the bench to try to save the day, who's likely not going to be here, and that is one Alec Burks, who I just realized his agent is Rich Paul, so he's probably going to go get his client as much money as possible, the 32-year-old. So returning to the Knicks is likely not in the cards for him. But this one actually shocked me. This move, which Ian Begley reported, Precious Achiuwa is likely a goner. I actually wanted him to come back as Julius Randle's backup. So where the Knicks going to go from there? Very surprising. Now, there's a Knick for the last few years who has been in the rumor mill and trade rumors for the last few years, and that is one Julius Randle. I told you a few years ago, I'm like, get him out of here. He has a bad attitude. He's not a leader, blah, blah, blah. And I said he likes to channel his inner Kyrie. He wants to dribble on the perimeter and try to take people off the dribble and shoot threes. And I'm like, you're 6'9", 265 pounds. You work out in the gym. And I'm like, what is this about, Randle? And Julius Randle this year, I don't know what got into him, but he was averaging 25 and 10. And to me, he was playing the best basketball of his career, period. Playing bully ball and all. And you heard, I think it was Ben Simmons. Is that his? And I'm not. Yeah, he came out. Bill Simmons. I'm sorry. Not Ben Simmons. It was Bill Simmons, who came out, and he believes that the Knicks should trade for Mikal Bridges of the Nets. He was one of them anyway, and I saw a report. I'm like, really? I'm like, Randle, by the way, Randle for Mikal Bridges. I'm like, all right, first of all right. And 3 first-round picks and 1 pick swap in 2027, I thought I saw. That's what it said. And I'm like, wait, hold up. Can we respect Julius Randle, please? A 3-time All-Star now, an all defensive player. And, I mean, you're not trading Randle and 3 picks and a pick swap for Mikal Bridges. I get it. I see where Bill Simmons was going, because obviously you've got 3 pieces of the Voltron force in Randle, Josh Hart, and in Dante DiVincenzo. You know, you did have Archer Diacono as well, and the last piece of Voltron would be Bridges. But come on now, let's stop disrespecting Julius Randle. 25 and 10 doesn't grow on trees, and these are not the old Knicks. So to me, if you're going to get Mikal Bridges, you've got to get him with to play alongside with Randle, with Brunson. So I'm not saying that I think Mikal Bridges, I think the Knicks, in my opinion, I think they try to go get him. I rather him, I've said for months, over Donovan Mitchell. I think he'll be cheaper, and I think he'll just fit in better for this team. So we're going to see what happens, folks. We are going to see what happens. But that move, I'm like, huh? Really? I expect Randle to be here. I expect, the Nova boys who are already here to be here. But Precious Achua was a question mark for me. I always said that I felt that, in my opinion, I wanted Burks back as a bench piece, but you can't pay everybody. So I think the Knicks will have Hartenstein back, and I think the Knicks will have OG back. Who else they get in the offseason remains to be seen. Now let's go to Boston, shall we? What a first game. What a first game. I thought that the Pacers were on the road to getting blown out. What was it, 13-zip or 12-zip? And I'm like, whoever won that Knicks Game 7, it was going to be a quick turnaround. Boston was well rested. But, say what you will about the Pacers, they compete. They've got a coach in Rick Carlisle who's a champion and who demands a lot out of his players. And I said, you know what? Once I saw the Knicks lose, by the way, I said, you know what? I said, once the Knicks lost, I said, this has a lot of, reminds me of Miami all over again. Because I saw the narrative, can the Pacers compete with Boston? I'm like, yeah, they can. I've said it, and Boston, cover your ears. I've always said I felt that the stars in Boston were overrated. I said that the Boston Celtics, to me, are a little overrated, especially with no KP. You've got Jaylen Brown, who's got no left hand. He did his thing, and Tatum. Everybody wants to say, is Tatum the face of the league? I'm like, come on, man. Tatum has had great games. I know he dropped a 50 piece against the 76ers when he eliminated them last year and all of that, and he's had big games. But to me, at times, he doesn't look like he can be the number one guy. He really doesn't. But he found a way. He scored 10 points in the overtime. The game went into overtime. He scored 36, and he helped his squad win the game. Now, the question I have, and Tyrese Halliburton had, 28 points, 10 assists. Now, to me, he's doing well, but I learned something about Halliburton in the Knicks series. You put pressure on Halliburton, and he does not look like a superstar. Not saying he's not, but he's got to learn some more moves. You pressure Halliburton, and he has a problem. Deuce McBride did it. Holiday did it to him today. But the question I have is, will the Pacers make it a series? Absolutely they will. Absolutely they will. They went into overtime to the two top scoring teams in the East anyway. And the Celtics had 133 to the Pacers 128. That move that Rick Carlisle implemented against the Knicks in Game 6 carried over, putting Pascal Siakam at the free throw line, 15 to 17 feet out. The Celtics are not able to stop it either right now. And it looks like they're picking on Al Horford, aren't they? But I definitely do see the Pacers making it a series. I definitely do. And look, the Celtics don't play well in Game 2. So if the Pacers, if I were a betting man, I think the Pacers are going to take Game 1 because the Celtics just don't do well in Game 2s. But we will see on Thursday. That we shall. Kristaps Porzingis, it's being reported that he will play in Game 4. So if he comes back, that's going to be a big help for the Celtics. Now we're going to go to some football as one of the game's older but very relevant superstars in Aaron Rodgers is back. He was in OTAs. He was there with the Jets doing his thing, and he had some very strong comments from saying that he doesn't want to go out like a bum to that if I don't perform, then we're pretty much all going to be out of here. And I was like, wow, strong words, and a lot of pressure on the Jets and one Joe Douglas, who, by the way, say what you will, other than last year when he went to go pick up all Aaron Rodgers' friends, in free agency, I think he's done a solid job. And I hope if the Jets do poorly, it's only going to be due to injuries. I think he's made some solid acquisitions from getting Williams, the wide receiver from the Chargers, from getting, guys on like Morgan Moses for the offensive line, and Tyron Smith, older guys, veteran guys. But I mean, he drafted Olu Fashanu and Malachi Corley. I think he has done a great job as a drafter, and I would hate to lose Joe Douglas. I think if the Jets do not do well this year, a lot of pressure on Aaron Rodgers, Joe Douglas has to stay. He has to stay. As a talent evaluator, he's done a great job. But there's a lot of pressure for the Jets to do well, and I think they will. Aaron Rodgers, I think he's got a good 2, possibly 3 years. He put off his politics and his ambitions and dreams to the side. So I think it's going to be a lot of fun for Jet fans this year, barring injury. It's that time again. It's that time again. As we close with our By the Way segment, Caitlin Clark does it again. She's got another endorsement as she signs a multi-year deal with Wilson. I'd like to thank you for tuning in, folks. I'm on Instagram at SamIAnalyze, on Facebook at SamIAnalyze, on the platform formerly known as Le Twitter, at SamIAnalyze. Please like, subscribe, share, and you see that notification bell to the right. Please click on that. That will let you know the next time I drop another video. Thank you for tuning in. And as always, à tout à l'heure.